It's you, researcher! Ugh, for a second we thought those jerks finally found us. What took you so long to get here? We left that message with Bagus ages ago. Any longer...
It's okay, Anka. I'm here now. Bagus only said that you were somewhere in the Astra building, but it took a lot of efforts to find you guys. Why don't you start by telling me why you're here of all places?
It's an exciting story, let me tell you. It all started that day when me and Rosalind were...
It's all thanks to Mr. Bagus. When Asurada appeared at the tavern that day, Mr. Bagus was the one who tipped off Anka about Team X, giving her time to escape. After you used a space rift to escape, I found an opening during my fight with Asurada and took off on my motorcycle. When I met up with Anka, Baggis informed us that our communications were being monitored, so he set up this hideout.
Why didn't you tell the boss you were gonna use a space rift to make your getaway, researcher? She would have been a lot safer if she went with you, you know?
Odin's Tavern has always been a major player in Asperia's underworld. And as its owner, his reputation precedes him. A word from him, and folks are falling over themselves to lend a hand.
He may look like your friendly neighborhood grandpa, but he's got a deadly side. Word on the street is, he once took down 3 men with nothing but a pencil.
Stop scaring the researcher, Anka. You've broken more cups at the tavern than anyone can count, and yet Mr. Baggis has never pointed a pencil at you.
Aw, come on, boss. Leave the bullying to Gray Fox. If both of you start teaming up on me, I don't know how much longer I'll last in Wednesday.
That reminds me. Has either of you found any clues about her location? I could really use her help with something right now.
Nada. Not a trace. It's like she just vanished. Rosalind scoured Lucius's logs, communications, and even his computer. But there was absolutely nothing.
The Fang Gang hit a dead end too. They asked everyone from petty thugs to top mercs, but no one's heard a peep about her.
What about Lucius? Where is he now?
In the hospital. Apparently he's starting to recover, but there's no telling when he'll wake up. The doctors want to use medicine to wake him, but the Aurora industry lawyers keep denying him treatment. It's like they're stalling for time or something.
I don't have time to wait for him to wake up. I'll drag him, the doctors, and the meds out of the hospital if I have to. I need answers now.
Straight to the point, huh? I like it.
Same here. It's just... won't this make Rosalind even more upset? Maybe I should buy her a gift ahead of time?
T-Max is monitoring the entire city through the Public Security Bureau. We'll have to take this abandoned underground passage to avoid getting caught. This way. The tunnels down here are complicated and it's easy to get lost, so stay close.
The stage has long been set. Finally, the protagonists take the stage.
You left the squad on your own. No one will be responsible if something happens.
What are you doing? I'm the heir of the Todd family. You're all as good as dead. Why are you looking at me like that? Aside from me, the clueless rich kid with good connections, everyone else on Team X is either a senior investigator or a veteran soldier. It took a lot of planning to put on this little show, you know. But on to more serious matters. I paid Wednesday a substantial sum of money to complete a certain request. However, since you failed to carry out your mission, all of your subsequent operations will now be under my command.
Are you talking nonsense? Or have you completely lost it?
You mean you don't know? I see. And here I thought Aglia, or rather, Gray Fox, had figured it out a long time ago.
Gray Fox? I mean, what are you talking about? We don't know any Gray.
Let it go, Anka. He clearly knows Gray Fox's true identity. Tell me, Asarada, what exactly is this request you mentioned?
It's so much easier to talk to someone with an actual brain. The truth is, I am Phantom, the one who hired Wednesday to steal file 049 from Aurora Industries. I paid a deposit of 500,000 Norn, and yet I received nothing in return. As your employer, I've decided to change the terms instead of demanding my money back. Surely that's acceptable to you, yes?
Researcher, another DM from Phantom just came through on the Darknet forum. They're changing the terms and want us to follow Asarada's lead from now on. The top-rated employer on the forum with the most orders and the biggest payouts? That was you?
How could you put your own sister in such danger, you fool? Because of you, the Federation is hunting us down. And her...
Forgive me, Miss Nola, but it was all an accident, and I'm just as much a victim as any of you. At the time, one of my subordinates mentioned that Aurora Industries had stolen a very important file related to Omnium technology. I figured Lucius had simply stolen yet another file from one of his competitors. Thinking it would interest you, I posted the request with the full expectation that you would accept it. However, I had no idea that the stolen file was actually Federation property.
Quit lying! Team X is hunting us down over file 049, and you're their captain. There's no way you didn't know about this.
Do you honestly believe I would have gotten Aglia involved if I knew it was a classified Federation file? Furthermore, I'm not foolish enough to give you petty thieves an advantage over Lucius.
Pretty bold of you to look down on Wednesday like that. Remind me, who was the one who offered us 1 million Norn for our services? You were so scared I'd turn down your offer that you stayed up all night just to reply to me.
1 million Norn may seem like a large sum to you, but it's nothing to people like us. Besides, I only went to all that trouble for Aglia's sake, not for you or anyone else.
For Gray Fox? What does she have to do with this?
Your ignorance is astounding, I must say. Did it ever occur to you that a young lady her age needs plenty of rest in order to grow into a healthy adult? Of course not, because all you care about is making your paltry wages. That's why you kept Aglia awake at all hours of the night, forcing her to open password-protected safes and whatnot.
So let me get this straight. You were worried that your sister wasn't sleeping enough, so you offered Anka a 1 million Norn job to stop her from keeping Gray Fox awake at night. But when you made the request, you had no idea that the Aurora Industries file was actually file 049, which was property of the Federation.
Correct. And as a result of my careless actions, our rotten father must have locked her away to avoid arousing the Federation's suspicions. I can't bear it any longer, which is why I need you people to rescue her.
Your rotten father? That sounds kind of familiar. Hey, Anka, could you play Gray Fox's last recorded message?
I got locked up by that rotten jerk. It's my fault for being so careless, but...
I see. So when Gray Fox said that, she wasn't talking about Lucius at all. She was talking about her dad. Your guys' dad.
Of course. Who else could make someone disappear so completely but our father, a man with countless connections all over the city? He has always been the kind to do things for our own good. But in truth, he does nothing but give orders.
If you ask me, he's more interested in protecting his business assets than protecting his own daughter. I'd expect nothing less from Tepin Todd, a man known for his ruthless pursuit of profit.
To be honest, my father... Never mind. If there are no further objections to the change of terms of our agreement, then I will require your full cooperation from this point on. My father always taught me that formalities always come before business. Before we officially begin, I should call him as a courtesy. But it seems the signal is too poor down here. We'll need to find a place with better reception first.